Hey guys, welcome to another day, another project. Today I will be sticking willow cuttings. I ordered 4 different types of willows from DingDong Gardens. They're in Washington State. And we are going to be sticking them in these pots with some perennial mix, and I will just be putting these in the misting bed. Before we start that, I thought I would share all the seeds I have started this week. It's week 3 on the growing calendar. It's mid-January. And for those of you following along with the nursery stuff, I thought I'd share everything I started. First, I started Angelonia serenita. This is a pink heat-loving annual. It's described as the summer snapdragon. It's really pretty in containers, or it can go into the landscape. Another started was the Griffin begonia. It's got really pretty foliage, and you can also bring it inside if you wanted to overwinter it, because it will do well in shady locations. I also started delphinium. Delphinium's got this spike flower. It's shades of purple and blue. This is the Emerald Pacific mix. It is a cool season cut flower. I had little luck germinating these last year. I also did not cold stratify the seeds last year. So this year I have had them in the refrigerator for about 60 days. Hopefully that's enough to get these guys to germinate. I also started 2 different varieties of geranium. They're both in the Bullseye series. One is the light pink and the other is salmon. These geraniums are heat-loving annual. You get the 4 to 5 inch blooms. They're really pretty in the landscape and in containers. It's really windy today, and I apologize if the wind is causing the extra noise. Next is helichrysum called Silver Mist. It is a really pretty silvery green foliage, perfect in containers or in the landscape. It is hardy in zone 7 through 11. It does get 6 to 8 inches tall and 18 to 24 inches wide. Then I started 12 different colors of petunia, 12 trays, 288s. Quite a few petunias going on, hopefully, fingers crossed. I love petunias myself. I consider them a staple in the garden. The type or the variety of petunias I'm growing is the Madness series. These get 10 to 15 inches tall and 10 to 12 inches wide. And last, I also started Anise hyssop, also known as Agastache. Is an herb. It has a licorice scent. Some people use it as a cut flower. I think it's amazing for the pollinators. It does attract bumblebees and butterflies and also hummingbirds. After we do our willow cuttings, I'll show you what everything looks like in the grow room. Okay, so for the willows, I did order 4 different varieties, and they came just like this. And DingDong Nursery, actually it's DingDong Gardens, they are in Washington State, and I just ordered from their retail website the 4 different varieties of willows. The first one is Winter Glory Willow, and the website says it's great for decoration in the field and in floral arrangement. So next is the Golden Curls Willow. Golden Curls is the yellow colored stem, and it's called golden curls because it's often contorted. And you can actually see that here with this one. This is what the golden curls cutting looks like. And according to the website, it does say it also has a weeping habit when grown into a larger tree. So the third variety I got was the Scarlet Curls Willow. Check this out. It also has the curly type of growing habit. In the wintertime, these red stems would be really great for floral arrangements. And it also says when it's grown as into a tree form, it does have a weeping habit. And then the last one is the Dwarf Arctic Nana Willow. It says it's extremely thin and fine stems with petite leaves. And it's beautiful when left untended to grow, and also has potential as a bonsai or indoor willow. Before we stick our willow cuttings, let's prepare our pots. Now I'm going to use these pots, and according to the website, you can stick it directly into the ground, but like I said, I want to get some size on these before I put them in my landscape. And I went ahead and looked just to make sure, but they did say to plant your cutting about halfway into the soil. I'm just going to use a perennial mix in here, and then I am going to, we'll just stick these right in. I'm not going to use a rooting hormone. The only thing I might do is cut this slanted end off. They did say the slanted end is the bottom, the flat end is the top, and also you should be able to read the label, and that way you know which way is up and which way is down. Let me get these pots filled. Perennial mixes usually have more bark in them to facilitate better drainage. Now this bag does have some moisture in it. It's not totally dry, so I'm not going to worry about wetting any of this mix in. Oh, forgot my gloves. First I'll separate out all of my different cuttings. I have 4 trays of 8 pots each, so that way I can keep them grouped together that way. Golden curls, winter green. Huh. I wonder if winter green and winter glory are the same thing. Hopefully. Because that's what I have, winter green. Winter green. Here's the dwarf. Okay. All right, so I have all of them. Let me move these out of the way. I think we'll just start with the golden curls. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it is important to use sterile everything because I'm going to put these in a mist system and they're going to be constantly getting misted, and that's really an easy way to spur on fungal issues. All of these are clean pots, and I went ahead and sterilized my pruning shears. After I take these labels off, I don't think I'm going to worry about the top cut because the new growth should actually come out from these buds. But all I am going to do, like they cut right below a bud. I probably don't need to do this, but I'm just going to cut an angle cut, a slightly angled cut, and that's it. Hopefully all of this isn't on camera. So let me keep going. You can see the bottom of it. It just doesn't look as nice. So now after I trim it, I'm just trimming barely any of it off. Hopefully you guys can see that, but it is a lot cleaner. Okay, so now that I have this first tray in, before I move on, I'm going to label them. I went ahead and pre-made a label. This is the Golden Curls Willow. I just put the name and the date. I'm just gonna stick it into one of these pots and I will keep all these pots together. I'm doing this for now because I'm actually getting a horticultural printer that will print the tags, and it should be in this week. So I don't want to handwrite 32 tags. So here we go. Next up is the winter green, which I hope that's the same as Winter Glory. I'm gonna have to go check out their website. Just in case it's not, I am going to take a picture of this because mistakes do happen, but it could be the exact same. I just want to make sure I got what I ordered. Okay, so I just checked their website because I didn't want to label this incorrectly if it really wasn't the same thing. And it does look like there is a winter green willow. And I checked my order and I did order Winter Glory. So I'll contact the company. I'm sure they'll make it right. I'm not too worried about it, but I am going to change my label to match what these say, which is winter green. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that I did contact DingDong's Garden after shooting this video, and they were very great on their customer service, and they're going to send me replacement cuttings for what I ordered right away. So I highly recommend dingdonggardens.com. Check them out. They have grape cuttings, fig cuttings, I don't know, they have all sorts of cuttings, but they do have great customer service, and I highly recommend them. And this is not a sponsored video. I paid full retail price for these. I just wanted to let you guys know they are a great company to order from. All right. I think I'm most excited about the scarlet pearls. Okay, we're all done. Ooh, I forgot to label the last batch. So I know this was Dwarf Arctic, so that means the bright red ones would be the Scarlet Willow. There is some moisture in the potting mix, but I think I am going to go ahead and get these watered in a little bit more, and then we'll put them in the misting bench. Okay, let's go ahead and get these in the misting bench. Let's go move this up for a second. Okay, let me show you the setup. Okay, I have this on here so I don't get sprayed. This does go off. I think I have it set for 5 seconds every 15 or 20 minutes. I can't remember. I'm playing with the settings. I do have some head size over here off camera that I'm propagating. I did pull one out and I saw itty bitty little roots. It's exciting. I figured I would do a full like evergreen cutting video hopefully here in the next couple of weeks because I have a lot more cuttings I have to take. So these are on the misting bed, and this does have a heat mat underneath. It's set to 70 or so degrees. These will stay on until these willows root out, and then they'll come off the misting bed and they will go by that point in the greenhouse. The whole greenhouse should be heated by that point. That's it for now for the willows. Let me show you how everything else is looking. And as you can see, I have this so I don't get wet every time I walk in here from the misting system, but I also have this shade cloth to protect the plants, any plants that I have in here, because you don't want the direct sun hitting them when they don't have any roots to support them. All right, let me show you around what's growing right now. This top shelf is all petunias. They are all, oh my gosh. Do you see all the baby petunias? Oh my gosh. Yesterday, this was not like this. It is so exciting to propagate from seed, and then all of a sudden you see itty bitty little plants. Here, let me see if I can zoom in. So the petunias were a pelleted seed, and that pelleted seed has a coating on the outside that has to dissolve. I told you earlier I have 12 different colors of petunias. So there's 10 trays on top. They are on heat mats. Petunias, I want to say germinate at 72 degrees. I can't remember. But then you cool them for the rest of the time. So once they germinate, which it might be today or tomorrow, I will move these trays down to the very bottom, but I will move them off the heat mats and I will probably put them on this bottom row because it is cooler, and they will finish, they're growing out in their little plug trays down here. Okay, so then the other thing we had seeded was, this is the delphiniums, and then the other side was the angelonia. So nothing going on here yet. The anise hyssop, which is starting to germinate. Let me see if I can get some better light. I don't know if you can see that tiny little green. All right, this is the helichrysum silver mist. Nothing there yet. They just germinated yesterday. It was so awesome to see all of that. So there's the light pink, and this is the bullseye salmon. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Stay tuned. I will keep you guys updated on our willow cuttings and everything I have growing in the greenhouse. Next week is week 4, and I will have more seed starting to do. I plan on seed starting eucalyptus. I am late getting those seeds. I should have started those already, but I'll share that with you guys, and then I'll also share what else I'm seed starting for week 4. So, all right, thanks guys. Stay tuned.